and succeed.
Eran Ben-Yemini is one of the founders of the student environmental movement in Israel. In fact, the seed was planted while he was a student in England.
The first time I was exposed to the environmental issues when I was a student in England. There was a big campaign to block the M11, which is like the British cross-Israel highway. And as part of this campaign, I got to know many environmentalists who brought me to see that the environmental perspective can solve many of the issues which I was concerned. When I came to Israel, I was part of a big campaign which was to block the cross-Israel highway. The first thing for me with the cross-Israel highway campaign is to let people understand the consequence, the results of this highway. I remember us blocking bulldozers, even getting arrested. If people are, prepared to lose their freedom in advance and said, okay, on Tuesday I'm going to protest and I might be arrested. There might be some consequence, but people know that in advance, then it's easier for them to do that.
After his first protest, Eran understood what power students have to bring about change, and so he started gathering them for other activities.
The second phase for me was to go to universities and to set up the student environmental organizations, Green Coast, Megama Yoruka. We became involved with many other other environmental issues. That's how Green Coast, the student environmental organizations, become larger and larger, because it started dealing with many other issues. During that time, I was involved with 59 different campaigns. Through all those campaigns all together, we managed to build an organization on one hand, and a whole perspective to the development within Israel. The few common problems. There is a lot of unawareness. People can be cynical about ability to make a change. There is very strong connection between capital and government, and we have to separate this connection.
In the beginning, people saw him as a little eccentric. Today, however, despite greater environmental awareness, Eran is still warning the public from complacency and compelling us to persist in the struggle.
I remember 12, 13 years ago, people saw me as a weirdo. They didn't really understand what it's all about, and my family wanted me to have like proper life with good position and not volunteering with all those organizations. My family now respect my activities. The public is much more sympathetic towards me, my activity, and my colleagues. Nowadays, people are much more aware towards environmental issues than 10 years ago. But I think we have to be careful, because people are aware, but it's on a very shallow level. And it's kind of trend. We have to make a social change in the way we live. Houses should be built differently. We should use more public transportation. We should walk more. We should cycle more. We should recycle. We should consume less. Local groups should gather together and stop all those polluters and all those individuals who don't care for the environment. We owe something to the next generation. We can't really live the way we live nowadays without taking care of the next generation.